Hello, BCA students. I hope you are enjoying all of these word assignments. We are just plugging along and getting all this done. So when we come back from break, we won't have very much left to do. All right, today we're going to talk about columns. There's some things I want to go over for review, and then we will move on to some new tasks. So first of all, I've opened up this document. It's actually part of Anna Green Gables' book, and I'm going to use it today to show you some things. First of all, have you ever heard of a widow or an orphan? Okay, a widow would be an older woman who's lost her husband, and an orphan would be someone who has no parents. Okay, so they're all by themselves. They're alone in the world. Now, in the world of typing and editing documents, a widow and an orphan is also something that is alone, like this. See this line right here all by itself at the top of the page? So it's part of this paragraph. It says, Peter asked him, of course, for Matthew Cuthbert had never been known to volunteer. Okay, so this is the same part of that paragraph, but it's all by itself. It is called a widow. Now, if it was the opposite, let's say this paragraph right here, the first line, and yet here was Matthew. Okay, so say this first line was down here all by itself. Okay, that would be an orphan. The difference between the two, let me just type this out so you can see it. A widow is one sentence at the top of a document left over from a paragraph. Paragraph on the previous page. Now, an orphan is one sentence at the bottom of a document left alone after the bulk of the paragraph moved to the second page. Okay, so does that make sense? Okay, so we've got widow at the top, orphan at the bottom. This is how I remember it. A widow is an adult, which is tall, which means should be at the top. An orphan is usually a child who is small, so they're at the bottom. Okay, that's how I remember it. Widows at the top, orphans at the bottom. Okay, all right, so Word is smart enough to remember that this is not okay, but we have to tell it. So in the paragraph group right here, we're going to click the dialog box launcher. And in the lines, okay, so when you open it, it's going to be this tab. You're going to need to click line and page breaks and click this widow orphan control on and say okay. And it didn't work. Let's see. I have to select it. Let's turn it off. And now let's turn it on. There you go. Okay. So it will remember and it'll keep two lines together. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this. All right. So as a reminder, paragraph group, underline, and just make sure this checkbox is marked. Okay. And you'll get points for it. All right. You all know how to change the font. One quick thing, if you have a font name that you already know, you can start to type it right here like Times New Roman, and it will fill in for you, and you can just hit enter. Okay. I want to select all my text, and I'm going to change the font to Times New Roman. I'm going to adjust the size to 14, and I'm going to make this a justified alignment. Notice that means it's along the left and it's along the right. All right. Now, for your assignment today, you're going to be asked to put color behind each paragraph. So if I triple click, 1, 2, 3, no, 1, 2, 3, okay. If I triple click, it selects paragraph, and then I can go up to this paint button right here, and choose a color. You're going to be asked to change the paragraph color on every paragraph. 1, 2, 3. Paragraph color. 1, 2, 3. Paragraph color. Got it? Okay, just keep it so I can at least see the text. We'll do one more. 1, 2, 3. Paragraph color. And there you go. Okay, they're all colored. Now let's change the line spacing. Do you remember the line spacing is right here? I can make it double. Oh, I still have that paragraph selected. Let's select all, Control A, change the line spacing to double, and there we go. All right, now for the new stuff, let's go to layout, and we're going to talk about columns, okay? So columns right here means, look at the little preview picture, it's splitting your text into 2 or more columns, just like a magazine. So I'm going to click that. There are 1, 2, 3 options. There's a left and a right. Notice the little demo picture. One column is small on the left or one column is small on the right. If this is not what you want, click more. And you can choose however many you want. So let's try, see, yeah, this little preview. I could have 6, I could have 10, 12, whatever. It looks a little weird, but you could do that. All right, so I'm going to click 2. This is telling me the width and the spacing. Now the spacing is the space right here in the middle. If I increase this, see how it increases? 0.3 I think is a good size. Equal column width, and I'm applying it to the whole document, and I'm going to click OK. So now my document, let me zoom out, is in 2 columns like that. Now, if I wanted to keep the first column, 1, 2, 3, if I wanted to keep the first column as 1, or the first paragraph as 1 column, I can go back and just choose 1, and it will revert back, and the columns will stay and take place after that. Okay, whoops. One last thing, under breaks, we're going to talk about page breaks. Now, if I put my cursor at the end of the document and I choose this drop down, I can choose page break, and it will jump my paragraph to a new page. See that? It gave me a brand new page. There's also a shortcut for that, and it's Control Enter. If I hit Control Enter, it gives me a brand new page. Now, if you didn't notice, right by page break was a column break. So if I choose column break, it's going to jump my column to the next set. Let me hit undo. Let me put my cursor here. She was sitting. Let's see if I do a column break. It should bump it just to the next column. See? So if I had an image or something, I could put it right there. That's how I would do it. All right. I think that's all you need to know about today's assignment. You guys are going to do great. It's not too hard. It's just manipulating your document into columns. There will be a document for you to load and edit, similar to this one here. Okay? Have a great day. I'll see you later.